Hi everyone, Danny Designs here. The next video sections will be pouring of concrete and mortar inside of the stem wall. We put the blocks up for the stem wall, and great day here, by the way. We put the blocks up on top of the footer, and now we are mixing the concrete to pour down inside of the concrete blocks to solidify that. And like I stated in earlier videos, I put the rebar up, the vertical rebar, and we're pouring the concrete down inside of each one of the holes where that rebar is sticking up. And so technically what we're doing is pouring the concrete down there, making a pillar or pier that the house will be sitting on, you know, dispersed all the way around. And I think, like I stated earlier, the rebar in each corner, you're supposed to only have 3, and I think I put 5, and you're supposed to space them every 6 feet or something like that, suggestions, and I think I did it every 4 feet. So it's got plenty of rebar, plenty of support. And now we're pouring the concrete for the piers down inside of the holes of the concrete blocks, and also pouring a little concrete for the footer part of the main, it's the center area where the sill plate will be sitting. So, you know, I pour some concrete area to stack blocks in the center part so I can put the sill plate on top of that. So you'll see that at the beginning. It's kind of a minor thing. I just put like 4, maybe 5 concrete little slabs for the blocks to sit on for that main sill plate that goes across the middle. But anyway, you'll see us mixing the concrete in a Home Depot orange bucket with a hand drill with a mixer on the end of it. So we did that because we tried the big mixer and then pouring it into a wheelbarrow and shoveling it, and that just became too big of a mess, and it just wasn't as successful as the way we ended up doing it. And then we found this old Christmas tree stand, and we cut the inside of it out to make a funnel that we poured the concrete in to make sure we didn't waste any concrete like we would with a shovel. So, you know, I picked the bucket up, poured it in. Mom and Dad was holding the funnel, and they were helping mix and pour the concrete. So we had a great system going there, and that's what we ended up doing, was getting all that poured inside of the stem wall, and it worked out great. And then obviously we, you know, as the concrete was settling, I put in the L bolts, toggle bolts I think they're called, but you know, with like an L threaded, so that when we put the steel plate on, we can secure that down. So you'll see that part in there also. Okay, thank you for watching. This is Danny Designs again. Keep liking and subscribing. Thank you for watching. Bye.
Hi. I don't know if you can hear the thunder. Yeah, so we're going to stop. We got the whole level right there marked off, leveled on this side, second row. Dug the footers there for the middle sill plate, working around wrought iron and kind of out in the open. We're checking it in for the day. Oklahoma weather. Bye.
Well, good Saturday morning. Got some water in that tank right there in my backhoe. I'm taking it down to the site where we're going to start mixing concrete to put down in the rebar area of the stem wall. And the day before Father's Day, so I'm not sure what the date says on the screen or whatever, but the day before Father's Day 2018. Again, got that water. It's about half full, a little over half full in this container, and heading back to the place, to the house. So that's how we're getting water back there right now, because I don't have a well yet. But gonna try to get some work done today. Hopefully we get over halfway done. When I ordered the steel plate bolts, I didn't get enough, so probably gonna run out of concrete and steel plate bolts today before we get what we want. But that's okay. Happens sometimes. More to come. Okay, like I just described, brought the water down here. We've got enough to get started in there. Brought that water down here. We're gonna, when we need it, we'll slide that under there, lift it up, put some water in there so that we have it. So got the stuff I need to get started. We're gonna have start the generator, hook the electrical cord up, start right here on this corner, mixing the concrete, putting it down in these corners. Start wherever the rebar is. See the rebar right in there? I don't know if you can see it, but there's one down there, one in there, and so on down through the stem wall there, and start making this thing a lot more solid. So there we go. There you go. Like Smokey Bear says, looking good right there, working well. First mistake of the day. Fill this up, then discovered the red means anchor bolt. Didn't put it so I have to drill now. Did right there, red anchor bolt, leveled, looking good. Good. Not all the ones we're filling up need anchor bolt, because there's a rebar, but don't need an anchor bolt there to hold down the seal plate. We've also bought the thing. I was just going to use that foam just to fill in the crack later in areas, but what we discovered is when we're filling, sometimes the concrete runs out because it's a little thin and the gaps are a little too big. So we went through and we're using the foam now where we have to fill where it might seep out. So we're trying to stop that seepage as we're filling, and that'll just help us make it become a little more solid and not seep out of the holes. So there's an anchor rebar. We'll fill that up, but no anchor bolt. Same thing with this one, anchor bolt in the corner. And so that's what we decided to do with the foam, is to try to catch it beforehand, which we weren't planning on, but it's all working out. So our system's working. The concrete's going a little further than we thought. So everything's working the way we want. Yeah, Mom's just going to fill some gas that she thinks might do it. What we're doing, we got this drill, big drill, long mixer paddle right there. So we're putting water in, concrete, mortar, kind of a bunch of that bad mortar that we hate because it dries so fast, but we're mixing it with the regular concrete mix, and so we can use it. It hardens up just better than the concrete probably, and we're mixing it. Then I'm picking this bucket up, pouring it in that funnel, filling the holes up, and we were moving right along really quick there. And then he said, hey, how can we stop this seepage? So we took a break, thought about it, and using the foam. So that's what we're doing right there. Everything is hunky-dory this morning. So we're going a little faster than we thought. Concrete's going faster than we thought. And you know about it. I think they're all over here in your little funnel. What we did yesterday. Yep. Toggle bolt. What bucket? Yeah. Alright. This is a Sunday morning Father's Day. And we're going. Well, we are done, aren't we? With the toggle bolt. Yeah. That'll end up in the fire pit when we burn the next day. Whenever that is. We'll put all that in the fire pit. Well, did we get enough steel bolts on there? Yeah, we did. We got enough steel bolts. Made 2 errors in our pouring in concrete. This one I'm gonna have to drill. We filled it up to about right in here and let it harden before we got the next one in, so I can't get that toggle bolt down far enough. Same thing over here when we were first starting. Did the same thing right there, so I have to use my jackhammer drill for concrete. Do that. Everything else, look at all this. Look at all this. We did good work. Got it done today. Earlier than thought for this morning, I think. Once we got the system going. Looks good. Looks real good. Real good. Like I said, this is just to stop some of the leaking of the concrete pouring out. That's the foam. I'll be able to scrape that off. We'll go do some more cosmetic work on the outside eventually. But the structural part of this stem wall is solid overkill. I thought when the first inspection came out, I looked at the rebar, I was like, oh my god, that wall's never going to go anywhere. I'm like, well, that's what I want. I want overkill. So, same thing with the stem wall. I put toggle bolts, even some places that didn't need it. We concreted in areas down in the blocks that didn't need it. So that's what I wanted to do, and we did it. There's cleaning up crew. Out for today. Happy Father's Day, everyone. And Mother's Day, they have to put up with the fathers. And the kids have to put up with the fathers. Sometimes, yeah. Bye.